Started working on this, a little bit of progress has been made, but I thought, shite, better film this. So I started with the front end, started putting the axles in, getting the knuckles on. I put this one in, so if you look, standard sized hole, and yeah, it's a bit worn, just a little bit, so shagged, removed bearing, good bearing in it, so I just need to take that out. So I've found another one, grease this bearing up. Always important to grease your bearings. Not worn as well, so test fit that up in a minute, just double check, make sure there's zero play in it. But greasing the bearings that haven't got the metal faces, really important. I still grease the ones with metal faces because they still take grease, so they must, if they can take it, they must need it. So yeah, handy little bearing greaser. Machined integrations, but you can get the J parts one. I think it's called the Horst tool, something like that. Same job, same thing, but just guess between those rings there and greasers. Really important if you've got a Polaris Scrambler to keep these wheel bearings greased. Give it a clean as well before it goes on. So yeah, we've got this one to build up and get out of the way. Second bike for the year. Probably gone over this so many times, but anyway, I've got my black stuff back from powder coating. It's all under there as well. Get this built up as a main bike. And what else have we got? Gearboxes, 2017 and upwards, well worth checking. Look at the bend in them splines there. Focus, you piece of poo. Yeah, you can see that bend. So that is on the 2017 and upwards. Luckily for me, I mainly run 2015-16s because they were built stronger and better. And plus there is really no difference in going up the years apart from electronic throttle. But that is due to a faulty damper in there. I'm guessing this is just speculation. It locks up and creates vibration and bends your splines. J Parts makes a repair. It basically, you get a new one of these and a new shaft, and that is it's a bigger one, so that gets enlarged on here and on there. You can't buy this individually because they won't work together. If you look there, that is slightly off centre, so I would assume that's seized off centre and it's caused some vibrations or something. But on this engine, it shifts everything round. We've got, we had an oil leak, so when I've opened this up, I'll put a picture in as well. I took the bolt out, thought there was a bit of oil in there. I knew it had a bit of an oil leak, but I thought it was coming out the starter motor. I thought, oh, that's a bit weird. But I cracked that off, thought, a bit of oil in there. Opened it up and it flooded the table with oil. It's pretty much all the oil out of the engine's come out the back of it. And I think who had it before just kept topping up the oil, so. But I've narrowed it, it's definitely oil pump gasket. I'm not sure if these need doing as well, so I've ordered them anyway. I've already got a crankshaft seal. I'm just going to replace them four. I know it's not that one for a fact. Tried it. So, flip it over. I've already asked one of the Polaris mechanics I know. I can just flip it over and take the bottom case off to replace these seals. It means I don't have to faff about with undoing the head, retorquing it, new head gasket. Yes, good practice for a new head gasket, but if it doesn't need it, it doesn't need it. So, turn it over. I'll have to scrape off the engine sealant between the cases and reseal that, but I've got some of that, so that's alright. I will have to take off this water pump cover though. That's one thing I didn't think about. Bit silly, I know. And then this will get a complete clean. I'm not sure if I've put it in the last video or it'll be in this one. This engine was probably worse than that engine, and I've cleaned it. And that was simply degreaser. So I use an old sponsor of mine. I'm not sure if they're still in business, but if they are incredible stuff. That is very powerful, as it says, super powerful. That, and I just put a drill, some car cleaning brush attachments, some various firmness of bristles really. So degreaser and drill and elbow grease for the bits I couldn't get in, so I had to get a normal plastic brush to get in there. It's still not the cleanest, but it's a hell of a lot better than what it was. And obviously some parts can't quite get to, but so yeah, I'm just going to finish up that knuckle, put that on, and then I'm going to start building up some other stuff. Got the clutches on. I did notice that this nut here was loose on this one, so I've tightened that up. 122 to 145 newton meters, I think, so I've put it at 140. Gives you a range. I normally go top end off the range, but I don't quite get how you can have a 20 odd newton meter range, but okay. In fact, I tell a lie, I'm going to put a bit more of the front end on this before I move on to something else. So, I know not many people are watching these, but I'm not right fussed. It's more just for me to keep a document of what I'm doing, and if it helps anyone, like I've said in the previous ones, at all, it's more than worth my time doing. I mean, I'm only doing it anyway, so I might as well have a quick film. And some stuff under there for this year. If you can tell the colour, you're a better person than me, 'cause my eyesight's shocking. What else is it? Starter motor needs to go on this one, clutch cover, side brace. Doesn't seem like much. They're all little bits, but they all mount up and take a bit of time. Probably another 4 or 5 hours on this actually. Should be up and running. So I better crack on.